Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today's video is quite interesting because an article did come out yesterday on the 27th titled PS4 acquires new game from Pokemon developer as Nintendo Switch exclusive shifts. So that's a very interesting title. Straight off the bat, you're like, what does that mean, the Pokemon's on the PlayStation, stuff like that? So obviously we're going to be going over this article today, taking a look at it and what it actually has to say, because obviously a game made by Gamefreak being available on the PlayStation 4 is a huge step for Gamefreak, because that's never really been done before. So if you're excited for today's video, drop a like down below, make sure to leave a comment. Would you like Gamefreak's games to be available on every console, such as Xbox, PlayStation, and the PC, or would you be happier with the Gamefreak games just to be available on the Nintendo consoles? And of course, subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this article was taken from express.co.uk. Will be linked in the description down below if you do want to take a look at it yourselves. There's quite a bit to... well, there's not loads to read, but it's an interesting article, 100%. But anyway, let's dive into it. So, again, it is titled, PS4 acquires new game from Pokemon developer as Nintendo Switch exclusive shifts. A new Gamefreak game is coming to Sony's PlayStation 4 platform in 2020, following its successful launch on the Nintendo Switch by Gary Jones. So we can see from legendary developer Gamefreak launching a new game on PlayStation 4. So it says, Gamefreak has announced that they will be porting over one of its newest titles to the PlayStation platform in just a few months' time. Nintendo Switch gamers have had it for almost a year now, but it won't be long before PlayStation 4 fans get to try out Little Town Hero. But while there's great news for RPG fans, it doesn't mean that the famous Pokemon studio will start porting over its other famous exclusives anytime soon. So yeah, this is also, it's just very interesting really, because they've never really done anything like this. Little Town Hero I didn't think did that well. It says the successful launch on Nintendo Switch. I'm pretty sure Little Town Hero didn't do great. Maybe that's why they are porting it over to the PlayStation, because they want more people to buy it, and maybe they're not like bothered about it being an exclusive to Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I don't remember doing that well, so it's quite interesting to read that that was being a thing that was apparently doing really, really well. But yeah, what does that mean for Pokemon? Well, straight off the bat, obviously Pokemon's not really moving anywhere at the moment. It's going to be on the Nintendo Switch for the foreseeable future. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they will never put it on other consoles. I mean, of course, it is a huge selling point for the Nintendo Switch. Like, why would people buy the Nintendo Switch if Pokemon was available on PlayStation or Xbox or PC for that matter? No one would really be buying Nintendo's consoles. So they probably won't ever get rid of Pokemon as an exclusive. It's a huge juggernaut. It's like Mario Kart and stuff like that. So I can't really see that changing anytime soon. But again, Gamefreak are allowing their games to be available on other consoles. You never know. You can't really, never say never. It's kind of one of those situations. But yeah, that was just an interesting thing to read. It says the closest fans can expect to that is the launch of Temtem, which is scheduled to arrive in 2021 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. It'll be interesting to see how Temtem does when it does go out to all consoles. It's got a relatively decent start on the PC. Obviously, it's had quite a few bugs and stuff, but again, it's just it's an indie game at the end of the day, so it's not going to be perfect. It's completely fan driven, obviously, with the whole Kickstarter and everything. But yeah, so far, playing Temtem myself and stuff, it seems like a really good game. It seems really fun. The co-op feature is definitely something that I really, really enjoy about it. So hopefully Pokemon do look at that, and maybe we could implement that into the game somewhere. Obviously, Temtem has like following Tems and stuff like that, and just loads of other features that people really wanted in the Pokemon games that they never really put in. So Temtem were like, alright, yeah, people want that, let's just fry into this game, and which was quite smart, to be fair. And then it says, originally made for the Switch, Little Town Hero is a new RPG set in an isolated village on the edge of the world. The story sees you battling monsters, but while it's labelled an RPG, Little Town Hero also shares a lot of DNA with other leading genres. Instead of grinding your way to better abilities and stronger gear, Little Town Hero focuses on strategy and using math to your advantage. The official game description explains one day a monster appears in the village, shocking everyone because until then, no one knew such creatures existed. The protagonist is able to fight it using a mysterious redstone he found in the coal mines. So it's basically just kind of describing the game, I'm guessing. In the course of his defense of the village, he gradually unravels secrets of how the stories and the monsters came to be. Unlike most RPGs, there is no need to fight weak monsters repeatedly to level grind in Little Town Hero. Instead, you will need to have good strategy to fight each boss monster one-on-one. I remember watching kind of a demo kind of thing of it. Basically somebody just playing through it, And dude, I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about it because I've never played it, but from just what I watched, like, it was like the first boss fight or something. Dude, it took forever, man. I remember it was on like a live stream and everyone was expecting like Pokemon news, and instead they were just doing like Little Town Hero. And my god, dude, the battle went on for so long. I ended the stream without even getting to the end of the battle because it's just taking so long. And I was like, please don't be like this in the actual game, because it was stressful just how slow it was. So again, maybe they've updated that, but I don't know. Gamefreak have been slowly expanding their catalog away from just Pokemon games, with 2019 seeing the launch of Giga Wrecker Alt. Never even heard of that. Like Little Town Hero, Giga Wrecker is a title that is completely different from Pokemon, instead offering a 2D action-adventure game where you can manipulate debris and explore a world invaded by an army of evil robots. But while Giga Wrecker Alt is now available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, there isn't a huge list of other Game Freak titles available on those consoles. So Game Freak actually did it before. Again, I've never even heard of this game, Giga Wrecker Alt, or maybe I have, but I just forgot about it because it clearly wasn't a huge game. But yeah, Game Freak are clearly just going into like other titles and stuff, and making them available on other consoles and stuff. Then it says, Tembo the Badass Elephant was released in 2015 and was recently featured as a Games with Gold title on Xbox One. However, there has been no talk of Little Town Hero arriving on the Microsoft platform, not yet anyway. And while Little Town Hero will be arriving on the PlayStation Store in April, there is currently only plans for its launch in Japan. That means unless you have access to that region's PS Store, you may have to wait longer for a release in the UK and the United States. But if this early launch proves successful, there's no reason to believe Game Freak won't launch it in other regions. Little Town Hero was released the same year as Game Freak launched its latest Pokemon project, Sword and Shield. The game is out now on Nintendo Switch, will remain exclusive remain exclusive to that platform. They're talking about Sword and Shield there. New content is also being planned for 2020, with 2 DLC packs planned for launch throughout the year. So it looks like another busy year for the studio, which will see new game content released on both PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. So all in all, this article, I think, a little bit clickbaity, I think. Saying that, like, I think titling it like this would definitely think make people think that Pokemon is going over to the PlayStation 4, which obviously isn't true at all. So yeah, I mean, again, it's the media. Clickbait gets more clicks and stuff. So it's a very interesting article though. It's not huge. I mean, at the end of the day, like, starting the article off, you're like, oh my god, this is kind of big. But then the article goes and say that it's happened like multiple times before and stuff. So it's not even anything huge. It's just Game Freak giving another port to giving their port to the PlayStation. So yeah, that's that part of the video. I do also want to go over another quick little part of the video, which basically, well, I'll explain. I'll get the picture up. So this is the picture that I did want to talk about, and it was taken from I think the whatever the, like, in the Dallas or something. There was like the regionals or something like that. There was basically like a big Pokemon tournament and stuff like that. And this was taken from the screen. And obviously, as you can see, we got Galarian Galarian Rapidash, we got Gigantamax Pikachu, we got Incineroar there, we got Tapu Fini, and then we got Shedinja. But then we also have Salamence there as well, and then of course Incineroar. So why this is interesting is because obviously these two Pokemon haven't been revealed. Well, neither is Tapu Fini actually. These Pokemon haven't been revealed for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So we know that Incineroar and Tapu Fini were in the... Actually, no, Tapu Fini has been revealed in the Crown Tundra DLC. Never mind, scratch that. Incineroar and Salamence haven't been revealed in the DLC yet, but we know that Incineroar is in the game because it was found in the coding for Pokemon Sword and Shield, so we knew that was going to be... Well, all the Gen 7 stars have been found in the game, as well as like Bulbasaur and the Bulbasaur and Squirtle line were also found. Now we know that they're getting Gigantamax forms, but yeah, again, they were found in the coding, as well as like Mewtwo and a bunch of other legendaries, and then of course they all came out in the Crown Tundra DLC. Well, they're coming out in the Crown Tundra DLC, but yes, the Gen 7 stars were also found that, but Salamence hasn't been found in the coding, and it also hasn't been found anywhere else on like the website, because on the website they've given a few more Pokemon, like the Beldum line, and there's a couple of others as well that have just been shown that will be available in the DLC, but Salamence hasn't been shown anywhere. So this basically confirms that well, Salamence and Incineroar are going to be available at some point in the Sword and Shield DLC, whether that is the Isle of Armor or the Crown Tundra, which is really cool. So that basically means that the only pseudo legendary that we don't know about yet is Dragonite. We don't know if Dragonite is going to be in Sword and Shield, and if that was the case, that it would mean that Dragonite is the only pseudo legendary that wouldn't be in the game. Like, every single pseudo legendary is going to be in the Sword and Shield DLC after the DLC is released. Like I say, Beldum was seen on the website and stuff, and Salamence is right here. But Dragonite is the only one we have no idea about. But of course, Ash has just caught a Dragonite in the Pokemon anime, so And I can't see that. Like, Dragonite is a huge fan favorite. A lot of people love Dragonite, so I can't see them just closing the door on Dragonite. Like, imagine how upset a lot of people would be if they just completely didn't allow Dragonite to be in the games, but they allowed every other pseudo legendary. It would be ridiculous, really. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly go over that picture because it's interesting. And yeah, basically confirms that Salamence is going to be in Pokemon Sword and Shield as well as Incineroar and stuff like that. But that's going to be everything for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment. Again, like I said earlier, what would you think about Gamefreak putting like Pokemon and stuff on the other consoles? Would you be happy about that, or would you want to stay it solely on Nintendo Switch? And subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content channel. So why not? It's completely free. That's everything from me though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.